शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोऽस्तु ते।
Good evening, all of you.
Good evening.
We are coming out with the next session of Tuesday webinars. I, on behalf of CRDE, welcome each one of you, especially today's speaker, Reshma Rao ma'am, to today's session. CRDE's main objective is to provide the resources to the principals, in turn to the teachers and the students. We are trying our level best to make the resources in all the possible ways. So once again, I welcome each one of you and request Mrs. Uma Mahesh to continue with the program.
Thank you, Suresh Nair, sir. Good evening, one and all present here today. On behalf of Center of Resource Development for Educators, I, Mrs. Uma Mahesh, welcome you all to our 34th session of Tuesday webinars. Before we begin with our session, a brief about Center of Resource Development for Educators. CRDE is the initiative of educators, Dr. Suresh Nair and Mrs. Deepa Desai. Dr. Suresh Nair, President of CRDE, a state teacher awardee, joined 𝐷𝐿𝐼 and Junior College in 2006 after serving for KC College for nearly 18 years as a professor of physics. His visionary endeavor in the field of education paved the way to fetch him an array of accolades. He is a co-author of physics textbook for junior colleges and MHT-CET for engineering entrance examination. The Secretary of CRDE, Mrs. Deepa Desai. Mrs. Deepa Desai has been in the field of education for more than 37 years and is a recipient of many awards for her work. Former principal of Arya Vidya Mandir, Juhu, an ICSC board. The founder principal of Mahapragya Public School, Kalbadevi, a CBSE school in South Mumbai, and former head of IES Manik Vidya Mandir. She is a woman of many talents. Her rich experience as an educationist also made her an innovative and knowledgeable trainer for the CBSE and Sri Kelwani Mandal's group of schools in Sherpur, Dhule. CRDE is a platform where teachers and educators are manured to excel and mentor the student community through local and international mentorship. CRDE offers opportunity to experiment and implement ideas, innovations, and collaboration to achieve performance and continuous professional excellence. CRDE is where confluence of like-minded individuals share and imbibe knowledge, experience through interaction, deliberation, and international exposure. Today's session, we have again an eminent personality, Mrs. Reshma Bhagwandas Rao. Mrs. Reshma Rao is a science graduate, secured B.Ed degree, MA in Education from Institute of Distance and Open Learning, Mumbai University, postgraduate diploma in Management of Education from KJ's Somaya Comprehensive College of Education, Training and Research, Mumbai University. Mrs. Reshma Rao is a highly competent professional with 27 years of experience in strategy planning, teaching and training, HR and administration, finance and budgeting, student management, module and course design, student management, startup operations, and faculty management. She began her career as a teacher in Badria High School, Mangalore. Later, she worked as a lab assistant with Amartara Plastics, Saki Vihar Road, Mumbai. She joined 𝐌𝐞𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐨𝐫 SM Shetty High School and Junior College in June 1991 as an assistant teacher in the primary section. From September 2001 till May 2014, she headed the primary section. From June 2014 till May 2023, she worked as the vice principal of the State Board School, in charge of the pre-primary, primary, and secondary sections of the State Board School. June 2023 onwards, till date, she is the principal of 𝐻𝐿 SM Shetty High School and Junior College, Powai. Mrs. Reshma Rao has many certifications and trainings to her credit, to name a few, because she has innumerable. So I thought, let me pick up a few at least important ones which I felt. To name a few, 5-week certificate course in personality development and public speaking from Semansis Consult Trainers in 2007. 1-day conference on inclusive education, the Blueberry approach.
Uma ma'am, thank you for a lovely introduction.
Welcome.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever I have prepared here today, Metamorphosis of an Educator, it is almost my story. So when I came to Mumbai, I'm from Mangalore, and when I came to Mumbai, I was just a B.Ed. So whatever qualifications I have achieved right now and whatever I am today is because of continuous learning, and that is what I insist and persist the young teachers of today to add on to. So let me start with a small story, and this story is almost familiar to most of you. So here a professor comes to a Zen master to seek advice. Let me ask, am I clear to all of you? Am I audible?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Okay, so this professor comes to a Zen master and he says that he has come to seek advice. Now, and he says that he wants to learn about how to be a Zen master. And the Zen master goes on, he starts his teaching, and in between this professor keeps on asking questions. And as the Zen master is giving one or the other stories or anecdotes, this person also starts talking about himself. So the Zen master gets a little bit irritated, but he doesn't say anything. He says we should take a break and have a cup of coffee. And he starts serving coffee to the professor. He goes on serving coffee, even though the cup is full, the cup overflows. It also stains the clothes of the professor. And then looking at all this, the professor says, "Stop, what are you doing?" So Zen master says, "This is what I wanted to tell you, that when your cup is so full of ideas, nothing more fits in. So when you want to learn something, please come to me with an empty cup." So I think for all of us, whatever age we are, whenever we start a particular job, what is required is change and continuous unlearning and relearning. Do you agree with me? So if we have to climb up the ladder of success, we have
Yes.
Yeah, if you have to climb the ladder of success, we have to be unlearning and relearning about this. So for any change to happen within, one must have transformation in mindset, transformation in skill sets, and transformation in practices. So first of all, we all need to know what we are looking for. When anybody joins as a teacher, or when anybody, it's not only in the teaching profession, since we are all in the education field, I am taking examples of the education field, but whatever job we are in, first we need to understand whether I need to continue in this particular job, whether the job suits me or not. So if it suits, then I decide that I should continue in that particular institution or in that particular place. And if I have to continue in that place, I need to understand the culture of that place. And once I understand the culture of the place, I need to see what are the skills what are the skills that I need to adopt. Now, one thing that I keep seeing mostly is anybody and everybody is doing B.Ed. So there are people with BMS degree, BCom degree doing B.Ed. But if you want growth in the teaching field, if you want to aim for higher positions, then you have to have the right degree. So we need to first understand what are the skills required for us to grow in that particular field. Also the practices of that institution. So what are the needs of the school? And also I need to decide whether I need to stay here or I need to find out some new place. It's also essential to embrace a growth mindset. And these are the things what are required when we have to embrace a growth mindset. First of all, adopt a belief that your abilities and intelligences can be developed through dedication and hard work, which is very much required. View challenges that are coming as opportunities, never back out, and understand it that they are opportunities for growth and learning rather than thinking that they are obstacles and then not going ahead with that. Cultivate resilience, something that you have to understand that failure is not permanent and learn from the failures, try to get success, bounce back always. Focus on the present always while being optimistic of what is going to happen. Gratitude is something that is always required from everybody around you, needs appreciation, needs a thanks, whatever they help you. And surround yourself with positive types of people or people those who help you to grow. There are many people in the organization, especially when you are a new person, there would be people who are always trying to pull you down, or there are people who are experienced who tell you that kuch फायदा नहीं है ये सब करने का. But if you want growth, you cannot stop at that. You have to surround with people who motivate you, who feel that, where you feel that, you are able to grow in your position. These are some of the steps towards success which I have felt is necessary. So there are 10 steps which I have put down, and we will go through one by one. The first one is visionary thinking. Now, how do you think we have to develop how do you think we can develop a broader perspective? Or how do we envision education beyond the classroom? Now, whether I'm a teacher, whether I'm in a position, or whether I'm the principal, even if I'm a teacher, I am a leader for those 40, 45 or 70 children who are in my class. So I need to develop a broader perspective. I need to envision education beyond the classroom. I need to think for those 40 children who are there with me. And I also need to see how I will be different from the others, how my children will be liking me. So how I will stand out so that from the crowd and be visible. Now, if out of the 10 teachers in the school, I have to be recognized, then I have to stand out and I have to be visible always. So then how can I be visible? So these are the some of the ways that we can do it by setting clear goals, having a vision. In the beginning itself, we have a particular vision. So that is what in the previous slide I told you, that once we decide that we have to continue in this particular organization and we are not going to change, this is something where I want to grow, then I need to have a vision, and my vision has to align with the vision of that particular place that I'm working. So once you have a vision, try to have objectives and have specific, measurable and achievable goals on the objectives that you are doing. So break down the larger objectives into smaller actionable steps. Certain things like which you can day to day, which you can achieve. Because what happens is every year we make a new resolution and that resolution is forgotten within 5-6 days. We do it for 5 days, the sixth day, then we feel it is too much. So if you want an objective or a goal to be fulfilled, then we need to have certain smaller objectives which we are able to achieve in 1 day's time or 2 days' time. Then we will be motivated to look at the bigger goals. Align your action with the core values and the principles of that organization wherever you are. This is very much required. Commit yourself to consistency. Inspire others. Of course, we cannot work alone. We have a team. I may be a teacher, I may be a leader, or I may be just a common person in the school, but we need to inspire others. We need to come in the forefront. So we have to bring everyone who is working with us to be under a common goal. And we have to lead by example. If you are a leader, you have to lead by example. Also, when you are leading by example, we have to be available for all. That is one of the quality of the leader. And I think in the pandemic, we have learned this, to be available to everyone at whatever time, be it 12 o'clock in the night. We have students who had called us even at 12 or 1 at the night when they are studying. They get a lot of doubts, and we have been being available to them. Now, coming to the second point, that is the leadership skills. I feel that leadership is not about having all the answers. It is about asking the right questions. So whatever my position is in the school or in any organization, you should be able to ask the right questions at the right time. There will be a plan. There will be so many things. Now we should be able to see gaps in that plan. In the chaos, we should be able to see opportunities, and in failures, we need to see that we need to get growth. Now, when we talk about leadership, we have a particular perspective. When we think about a leader, we think about the leader that he is having the sort of aura, a charisma he has got or she has got, because that person is called as a leader. Or this is one more quality of the leader that we think of, that a person who is able to do critical thinking skills, who is able to problem solve, who is able to take quick decisions. All these people are leaders. Yes, of course, these are all the qualities of a leader which we are able to see. But there are some other qualities also which, as a beginner, we need to imbibe in ourselves. And here are some of the qualities of a leader which every beginner has to imbibe in. Being authentic, that is being true to one's character or personality. Authenticity means it is like living your life to your own values and goals, rather than thinking of or going according to somebody else, or nodding the head to somebody else's opinions and beliefs. Vulnerability is the second one. Vulnerability is, you can say that it is an ability to be open, honest, transparent, and also creating a space for others in your team. Active listening is another quality of a leader. That is to hear and understand others' perspectives. Empathy and emotional intelligence, we have been hearing a lot. So empathy and having emotional intelligence is, I can say that it is to recognize and manage. First of all, we need to recognize and manage our own emotions first. And after that, we can empathize. When we are able to recognize and manage our own emotions, then we will be able to empathize for somebody else and support other people's emotional needs. Next is humility, recognizing one's limitations, being willing to learn from others, giving credit to others when it is due. All these things, people are watching us. If we have to be an example to others, then we need to have all these qualities. The next one is self-awareness. Adaptability is something which is required. I have been talking about change from the beginning of my presentation. So for every little change that happened, we need to know that we need to see that how quickly we can adapt. Self-awareness is a deep understanding about one's own self. What are my skills? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? How can I overcome my weaknesses? What are my values? Who are the people who motivate me, or what are the other things that motivate me? All these things are some things that we need to know for ourselves. And when we know about ourselves, when we have a self-awareness about ourselves, we will be able to, first of all, help ourselves better and then help others too. Intuition is something that every leader needs to have whenever we have to take decisions. If we have to make decisions quickly and make choices, then intuition becomes like a catalyst. Next one is sense of humor. It contributes to positive collaboration at the workplace. Humor can dismantle barriers, elevate moods, and bring in relaxation. When we are in a group, it's every time it's not work, work, work. So sense of humor, even in the classroom, sometimes when we go a little beyond the syllabus, and when we have a rapport with the children are also able to build it with us. A leader needs to have courage, and as I already said, gratitude is something which is very much required. Summarizing the leadership skills that we need to have. So one needs to communicate and connect effectively, inspire confidence, demonstrate high emotional intelligence, build trust, be flexible, make difficult conversations easy, manage attention, empower employees, and also have keep giving constructive feedback to one another. That is how we can develop leadership skills as we grow. Coming to instructional leadership. Now, when we talk about instructional leadership, this is something, again, as I said, not only for a leader, but for each and every one of us, whichever position we may be. Now, instructional leadership is referred using different names. We have heard these names: pedagogical leadership, learning-centered leadership, leadership for learning, or student-centered leadership. Now, what it represents is specific and focused practices in which school leaders engage to intentionally support the development of effective teaching learning in the schools. Now, it is connected with improving the learning of the students. Now, there are different ways of doing it. Here are some: keeping a strong focus on learning, developing teaching and learning objectives for my particular class. Now, my class will be very much different from the other class. So I need to see what objectives which I will be putting forward to my class. Holding high expectations of students. The students need to be motivated every now and then. Creating and supporting student learning goals. Monitoring learner progress. Coordinating the curriculum. Providing instructional support and supporting the teachers every now and then. So these are some of the ways how instructional leadership can be implemented in the classroom. Next, I would like to talk about collaboration. Collaboration is working with one or more people. Now, when we are working in a team, we have people with different skill sets. And at the end, we have to produce something with all those people who are with us. So collaborative teamwork is something that promotes innovation. It increases job satisfaction, finds solutions to resolve problems, and also helps to develop excellent soft skills. And when we talk about collaboration and teamwork, I have certain skills, listed down certain skills which are required. Like this is how to develop collaboration amongst all around us. So self-awareness, we need to be purpose driven. We need to know for what purpose we have to be there. Resource management should be done effectively. We should have forgiveness. We need to know the collaboration tools. So when we know what collaboration tools we are going to use, then it's easy to promote inclusive environment, foster empathy between one another, We need to listen to understand and also give feedback again and again. Address the problems, soft skills, learning opportunities, and encourage innovation. Share success also. Now, for these are the skills required for teamwork. We need to have good interpersonal skills. We need to see how conflicts can be managed. Communication is one thing, along with listening. It's not only enough that we are learning how to talk, how to communicate. We need to listen also. How to build the enthusiasm, time management, respectfulness, and positivity and reliability of the team. Now, when we talk about effective teamwork, communication, coordination, and collaboration, these are the 3 C's that are very much important for effective teamwork. Coming next is adaptability and resilience. Now, adaptability and resilience are 2 important qualities that can make difference, that can make a significant difference in how one deals with life's challenges. Sorry. They are important attributes that allow individuals to thrive in constantly changing environment. So these are some of the ways that how we can be more adaptable. So when we are flexible, when we are able to embrace immediately to changes, when we are able to learn from failures, when we persist within that, we are not supposed to, we need to bounce back from whatever failures we have observed, and we reflect every practice that we have. So when we reflect, we are able to make changes, and if we fail, we are able to bounce back and get success. The next one is coaching and mentoring. Now, coaching, when we are with the team, we need to have good coaching and mentoring. There are different, as I already mentioned, we have got members with different skill sets. So coaching and mentoring both are development approaches using one-to-one conversations to enhance the skills. Now, it can be done sometimes by pairing people with each other, or having a group coaching and mentoring also, but learning happens during this time. Peer-to-peer coaching will help build the coaching skills of employees and encourage them. It will also help people around me to grow, develop, and also to reach their full potential. So as a leader, I will be able to, take the team according to what I want them to be. Next one is data-driven decision making. Now, when we are in any organization, especially in a school, even if I am a teacher, I have got a lot of data available to me. It could be a set of marks, or it could be a set of likings, or it could be a set of feedback data that I have. So as a leader, data is going to be of very great help. Now, by collecting, analyzing, and interpreting the data, we can make better decisions that closely align with the goals that we have set to ourselves. Next one is knowledge updation. NEP has come now, and with NEP, we have heard a lot about professional development. Now, knowledge updation can happen only if we are continuous learners. Uma madam told in her, when she introduced me, that so many of trainings that have been taken. Now, if we do not do that, then it becomes very difficult to understand what is happening in the world. So if we need to climb the ladder of success, then we should be a lifelong learner. Every newspaper or every bit of paper that we get is going to give us some information which we can share it with our class, or which we can share it with our team, which we can share it with our friends. We need to collaborate and find out best practices and update ourselves. So it is not enough only if we read books, but we need to collaborate with and network with people who are in the field, so that we understand what's happening in the neighboring schools or neighboring organizations. We can't wait for trainings to come to update us. Of course, the pandemic was it was a great lesson to all of us teachers, and that was the time we all thought of getting ourselves updated, how we move from offline to online. and immediately how we moved from online to offline, but using online now continuously. Continuous education, when we do it, it fosters personal growth, it improves our skills, and it also helps building a strong network of contacts. The last one here is inclusivity. Inclusivity is when we are working with the team, whatever the capacity of the team is, whatever the capacity of the members are, we need to give everyone an equal opportunity to improve, grow, and efficiently discharge their responsibilities and make them belong. So by understanding the strengths, by understanding the weaknesses, we will be able to allot work to them, or we will be able to, as I already told in the beginning, coaching and mentoring can be done accordingly. So when we include all members and give equal importance, people are energized and they become productive. Finally, these are some things which I have listed down. What for me to grow in my field, what questions I need to ask before I come to work, when I am at work, and after the day is over. So these are some of the questions which may help to self-reflect and grow day by day. So how can I show up for my team today, or how can I show up for my class today? What does my team need help with? What do I want them to do that I also should be doing? How can I recognize my team today? During work, I can ask myself these questions. Am I living up to the standards I want my team to live up to? What can I do right now to model ethical behavior? What do I need to help my team with right now? Am I focusing on important tasks? After work, the day is over, certain questions. Did I show excellence today? Did somebody benefit from me? If so, what did I do right? If not, where did I go wrong? Or if not, what should I do next time? How can I be a better leader tomorrow? These are some of the questions I think we should ask ourselves every day, whichever field we are. And if you really want to grow, do not follow the majority, follow the right way. Thank you.
Reshma ma'am, you summarized everything. As you said in the beginning, many of the people who have attended today are very experienced
Yes.
people, but still you have summarized all the things which I could recollect each and everything. You said it very correctly, promptly. All the things are required. The only thing is that everyone should remember this, whatever you said, and act accordingly. That is what we have to see. Otherwise, everything. It was very nice session, ma'am.
That is the objective now. When I have come to this position, that is the objective of preparing more leaders behind me.
One thing which I wanted to say for all the leaders is particularly our principals is that even if we are many of the people I have seen in my period, I have seen now only 3 months are left or 6 months are left. What I have to do? Even if I don't do anything, that will just go. That is right. Even if you don't do anything, it will be there, because just one person is nothing in this world. Even if you consider only that school also, that person, the principal is nothing. But then that principal has to show that principal is something or is everything. That is principal's thinking. And if the principal thinks like that, what will happen? Only 6 months are left or 3 months are left. But according to me, even if 1 day is left, that day you should work and you should show that it is the duty. On the last day also, I was working and I was on time, and I till end I sat also. Majority of the people, what happens is they keep. I'm talking about particularly about the aided school, since I was aided. Many of the people must be having a lot of leaves CLs and all that thing, as not CLs, ELs. So they plan in the end to take that live 6 months together or 3 months together and all. But you should always think, being a leader, being a principal, if you are not there for
Yes.
6 months or 3 months, what will happen to the school? Or say, of course, school will run. That even if we are not there, school will run. Definitely it has to run. But whatever may be the reason, we should try to show our presence in the school. So that it should be this way. This is all my personal view. I'm saying that our absence should mark. Correct?
Yes. Otherwise, it will be like the story of the carpenter.
Correct. Or secondly, if everybody is doing and the same thing I am doing it, what is the special in me? Nothing, no. You have done something and same way I'm doing it. See, that also I've seen, come across with that. So, वो उन्होंने ऐसे किया तो वैसे ही करने दो, by the same system. But I always try to change the system, if possible, and if for the good, for the benefit. It's not that I have to change it and I have to show something I have done. No, that is wrong. If the system, present system is wrong, or it may not be wrong, it is right, but at the same time, if it can be improved, then try to improve that one. There comes your, initiative to do something other than what others have been done. But if everybody is doing the same thing and I am also doing the same thing, so nothing special in me, then it will not show any special consideration of that particular person. That's my feeling. Just if anybody wants to say, please, because we all are in the same boat.
Yes, we are all in the same boat. What I gather from this wonderful presentation you had in front of us, ma'am, is that as a leader, we need also to be a follower.
Yes.
So that is what I have gathered. We need to be a follower, because we cannot be, jack of all and master of all also. So we need to be a follower. And I think that is very, very essential. So that, for the smooth functioning of the school, to have the best thing for the school, it's always better to be a follower, at the same time be a leader. That was wonderful, ma'am. Very
Yes,
good.
ma'am. We are born in some decade, and we are dealing with children who are in another era altogether.
Yes.
Our values, our things do not relate to them. So we need to learn from them. Every day we are learning one or the other thing from them, and
Yes.
we are learning to deal with them.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So that is the true metamorphosis of a person, who changes as per the needs and requirements of a person. Okay, what not in the educational language, but it is what your clients want, you are giving them. It's
Yes.
something like that.
Ambujam ma'am.
Reshma ma'am, it's a wonderful presentation, very, very comprehensive and very clearly presented. And one common essence derived from the entire talk is how you bind the team and carry the team along with you. That was the essence I got from the entire presentation. It was really very, very simple, spoken very eloquently, and very, very logical in your approach, very systematic, one after the other. So it was nice listening to you. Very crisp presentation.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great.
Kalyani ma'am, what do you feel?
Good evening to everyone.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, ma'am.
Congratulations to Madam Reshma. Very crisp presentation, beautifully. The slides were done beautifully. I'm in awe of the PowerPoint presentation also alongside your presentation. The best thing that I am taking away is the last part, where you mentioned that we have to think before, during, and after.
Yes, yes.
Those three slides are beautifully done, and I think it is for everybody, whether it is a teacher or a teacher leader, another leader administrator. It is for everybody to think before we act, and also think after we have acted. So that is my takeaway from this session.
Yes, we have to come back to the same place the next day, no, ma'am? So we have to be better than from the previous day.
Okay, now I think the time is for Uma ma'am.
Yeah, before Uma ma'am says some, the final
Okay.
words, I would like to
Please.
congratulate Kalyani ma'am on a new position in a new school. Congratulations, congratulations,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Where is she now?
Congratulations, ma'am.
Where is she? Where are you, ma'am?
I am with Don Bosco Nerul now, sir.
Okay, fine. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Deepa ma'am.
You're welcome, ma'am.
And ma'am, I must thank Mr. 𝐂𝐮𝐽𝐡𝐨𝐬𝐢𝐬 here. He sent me the link. I saw it while traveling back from school. And teacher 𝐿𝐿 Khan, who's joined, is also from the school, and she is in a dilemma right now. So I sent it to her, and I must appreciate that even after having a long day and being in that dilemma, she joined and probably got some answers to the things that have been stressing her out.
Okay. It's good to know that the session
Yes.
has been help to at least a few of them. Yes, that is the purpose. That is what CRDE is here for, to try and reach out to people and try and give them the best. That's
Yes.
what we aim at.
Wonderful initiative.
Before we conclude the session, I take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Reshma Rao ma'am on behalf of CRDE for a wonderful and very, very crisp session, as everybody has said. And as Kalyani ma'am said, even I was impressed by that, We should always ask questions to ourselves before we do the work, during the work, and after the work. That was a very impressive one. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I wanted also to end up my introduction, wherein I missed Mrs. Reshma Rao ma'am, who is a very committed and enterprising personality. So thank you very much for presenting this wonderful session today. And I sincerely thank all the educators who are present here. And in special mention to Ambujam ma'am, Kalyani ma'am, and Dr. Suresh Nair and Deepa Desai ma'am for giving me this opportunity to host the webinar. Last but not the least, the technical support who are always there for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, all of you, for giving me an opportunity. And 𝐿𝐿, if I have been useful to you, if my talk has been useful to you, I am really glad. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.